No more customers, ah?
No more already. We are done for the day. Uncle Tan, tomorrow I'm bringing my friend over. Remember to give us more discount, okay?
Hey, for a pretty girl like you, okay?
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. What are you doing?
Shut up! Don't move! Come on!
Hello, police. The jewelry shop next door has been robbed. The address is 770H 0153.
ITA. Case of robbery at block 770H, Bradder Crescent Street 31. One male suspect wearing all black with a black motorcycle helmet. Last seen fleeing on foot towards block 770A, Bradder Crescent Street 31. All available resources, please respond and proceed to look out. Over.
Sir, the report was made at 4:09 p.m. We arrived at 4:19. By the time, the suspect had already fled. The police report was made by their next-door neighbor, Miss Rebecca Sim.
Do we have a description of the suspect?
No, sir. When the witness made the report, she said she couldn't get a good look of the suspect because he was wearing a helmet.
Okay. What about the victims? Were they hurt?
Nobody was injured. The two victims are the owners of the shop, Tan Yan Wei and Tan Su Wei. They're brothers.
Okay. Jolene, contact POCC and see if they can trace the suspect's route after he fled the scene.
On it, sir.
Senior Investigation Officer Shaiful,
Hello?
can you tell me more about the suspect? What did he look like?
Couldn't see anything. He was wearing a black helmet.
And what about his clothes?
He was wearing a black long sleeve top, black pants, black shoes, black gloves. And he was also carrying a black duffel bag.
Was he armed?
No.
Do you see where the suspect went to after he fled the scene?
We saw him running across the road to the opposite side.
How much jewelry was stolen?
Yeah, about $120,000 worth of jewellery.
Okay. Do you have CCTV in your shop?
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah.
I will check the CCTV footage and see if you can find anything. Also, get a detailed list of what was stolen.
Okay.
This way, please.
Hi, SIO Shaiful.
Hi.
Can you tell me more about what happened?
I was in my shop next door when I heard the loud sound, so I came out to see and I saw someone robbing the jewelry shop.
Can you tell me more about the suspect?
He is wearing a black helmet, black jacket and black pants. I couldn't see his face or anything.
Do you see where he ran to after he fled the scene?
I don't know, because I went back to the shop to hide and call the police.
All right, so I went through the CCTV footage of the shop and managed to get a clear shot of the suspect. Here.
We know that the suspect is quite tall because the cupboard here is about 1.8 meters and he's just a little bit taller. Jolene, what's the update from POCC?
They managed to find the suspect's route. They've just sent me the information. The last place he was sighted was at block 777.
Let's go over to block 777.
The suspect was wearing a helmet in the CCTV footage. Is it possible he could have parked the motorcycle in this car park to help him get away?
That would explain why the trail stops here.
Let's head over to the car park gantry and check it out. If the suspect had escaped by motorbike or any other vehicle, the gantry camera would have probably gotten a shot of him. Edwin, contact the town council and get a list of all the vehicles and motorbikes that left and entered 30 minutes before and after the crime was committed. And also do the same for Block 778. The suspect may have gone there instead.
Yes, sir.
Jolene, get the poll cam footage for Block 778 and all the other blocks within a 100-meter radius. We want to make sure that the suspect did not escape to one of the units in the surrounding blocks instead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. So I've checked in with the Bradder Crescent Town Council and found out that from 3:39 to 4:39 p.m., there was only one vehicle that entered and exited the car park. Although what's even more interesting is that right before it entered the car park of Block 777, that same vehicle entered and exited the car park of Block 778.
The car park, the next block.
Yes. It entered at 4 p.m. and left at 4:10 p.m. Stayed in there for about 10 minutes.
Why would someone drive into one car park and wait for 10 minutes and drive to the adjacent car park for another 5 minutes? It's quite likely that the person who robbed Shining Goldsmith fled in this car. The incident was reported at 4:09 p.m. and the witness said that the crime was in progress at that time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if the car left Block 778 car park at 4:10 p.m. and entered Block 777 car park at 4:11 p.m., then he couldn't have been driving the car. He must have had an accomplice. That means we're looking for 2 suspects now. Jolene, any update on poll cams?
The poll cams at the surrounding blocks didn't show anyone suspicious at the time of the escape. There is also no footage of anyone fitting the suspect's description taking a taxi at the surrounding roads.
Do we have anything on the car, Edwin? Any crimes associated with it?
Nope. The car's got a clean record, sir. It currently belongs to a car rental company called Horsepower Rentals. I've spoken with the manager and he has given me the particulars of the person who's renting the car at the moment. Here. His name is M. Jagatish. He has prior offences related to cigarette smuggling.
We've just been to his residential address, but no one was home. We've eyes on the place right now.
Yeah, but fortunately, Horsepower Rentals has a GPS tracking system on all its vehicles. And according to their latest updates, the car is currently parked at Geylang.
There were ambushing at Geylang. Gather the men. Head out in 10 minutes.
Sir.
We spotted the car at room 14. Jordan and Habib, check the car.
Roger, sir. Sir, there's no one in the car.
Jordan and Habib, stand by the car. The rest of us will canvass the area and check if anybody saw where Jagatish went. Kami daripada CID.
Oh,
Cik pernah nampak lelaki dalam gambar ni?
tak ada, saya tak pernah nampak.
Okay, terima kasih.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, we are investigation officers from CID.
Okay.
And we would like to check if you've seen this person around.
No.
Okay, thank you.
We are investigation officers from CID. Have you seen this man around before?
Yes, this guy bought a kopi from me. Then I think he took one of the private hire cars back.
Do you have CCTVs in your shop?
Yes,
Can we take a look at the footage?
sir. Is he the person you're looking for?
Update the team. Jagatish took a private hire car from Geylang. I've managed to contact the driver and found out that he dropped off at 100 Gateway Ring. Habib, Jordan, stay here, get the car towed back to HQ. The rest of us will get him.
So, what's the meaning of this?
I just need to ask you a few questions.
Because you suspect me of something.
You are a person of interest in the case, and maybe you can help us with our investigations. So, Jagatish, We know that you were at Braddock Crescent, Street 31 at about 4 p.m. yesterday. The question is, why were you there?
Visiting a friend. A man can have friends, you know.
Okay, and what's your friend's name?
Sharvindran, son of Supaya.
Where does he live?
Braddock Crescent Street, of course. Block 778, level 6, unit 103.
If you were visiting him, then why do you drive into Block 778 car park at 4 p.m. and then drive over to Block 777 car park at 4:11 p.m.?
I got lost.
I see. And why do you abandon your car at Geylang Lorong 14 last night?
I didn't abandon my car. I was just driving to my mechanic at Geylang, but once I got there, he was really close. So that's why I left it at Geylang overnight. So I was planning to drive it today to him at his mechanic's garage.
Jagadish said that he was at Braddock Crescent to visit a friend at the time of the crime. His friend's name is Sharavindran, son of Supia. I've texted you his address. Go and pick him up, and we'll see if he corroborates Jagadish's story.
Sir.
Sharavindran, do you know this person in the photo?
Yes.
Okay, who is he?
He's a friend of mine.
And what's his name?
His name is Jagadish.
And how long have you known Jagadish?
We've been friends for a few years.
So you must know him very well then.
I guess so.
What were you doing about 4 p.m. yesterday? Sharavindran!
I was at Woodlands shopping.
Which part of Woodlands?
Woodlands Mall.
That's interesting. Because according to Jagadish, he was visiting you at your place at that time. So who's lying? Him or you?
Sir, I had nothing to do with it. I just overheard Jagdish and Virmani discussing about it. I was not involved at all. I don't know anything about it.
I didn't mention Viramani. Who's he?
A friend? Another friend?
You got many friends. Can you share Viramani's home address and telephone number? Guys, Sharavindran didn't say anything about getting a visit from Jagadish, but he did mention another name, Viramani. I've got his address. Let's go get him. Jordan, stay downstairs in case Viramani runs. The rest of us will go up. Police!
Boxes with Shining Goldsmith's label.
Roger that. Police, open up! SIO Shaiful, are you Viramani's son of Subrandas?
Yes.
Viramani, son of Subrandas, you're under arrest for the suspected involvement in the case of robbery. We found the gold rings that you threw out the window, so we know that you were involved in the robbery at Shining Goldsmith. Tell me what happened.
Yes, we were involved in the robbery. It was me, Jagadish, and Sharavindran.
When did you plan it?
A few days ago, Jagadish asked us to meet him.
I want to rob Shining Goldsmith.
Why this shop?
The shop owners are very old. They won't be able to put out a fight with me even if they want to. The shop itself is also old and it's unlikely for them to have any alarm or security system. I got it all planned out. Beer money. While I'm robbing the shop, you drive my car and wait for me. Okay. After I rob the shop, you come and pick me up and drop me somewhere. After that, you ferry the stolen gold to Sharavindran.
On the day of the robbery,
Wait for me at Block 777's car park. Understand?
Yes, block 777.
It's the car park near Sharavindran's flat.
Okay.
So I drove to the car park and waited for about 10 minutes. Then Sharavindran, who was the lookout, he called me to tell me that I was at the wrong car park. So I quickly drove over to the correct car park.
I'm here! I'm here! I'm here! I'm here!
then Jagadish changed in the car. He put all the clothes that he was wearing from the robbery into the black duffel bag.
The same one with the jewellery?
Yes. Then I drove out of the car park and dropped Jagadish off. And later that day, I met Sharavindran. He asked me to drive him to this warehouse in a very remote area. Then he took the duffel bag inside. When he came out, he didn't have his duffel bag anymore.
Where's the duffel bag now?
I'm not sure. It's somewhere in the warehouse. Sharavindran didn't tell me where he put it.
Can you show us where the warehouse is? Jolene, you check the area of the fence there. Edwin, you check the left. I go in front.
Got it.
M. Jagadish and Veeramani, son of Subrandas, were both found guilty of robbery. M. Jagadish was sentenced to 3 years and 3 months imprisonment and 6 strokes of the cane, while Veeramani was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment and 6 strokes of the cane. Sharavindran, son of Supia, was found guilty of dishonestly receiving stolen property. He was sentenced to 1 year's imprisonment. In the case you have just seen, almost $120,000 worth of jewellery was stolen. Officers from the Criminal Investigation Department conducted extensive ground investigations, trawled through more than 200 hours of CCTV footage, eventually arrested the perpetrators within 48 hours, and fully recovered all the stolen jewellery. Should you ever be confronted by a robber or witness a robbery, members of the public are advised to adopt the following measures. Do not resist. Stay calm and take note of the robber's appearance, attire, height, or any other distinctive physical features. Call the police as soon as possible so that our officers can reach the location quickly to assist you.
As you're aware, scammers are using all sorts of ways to con their victims into their ploy. Today, I'll be sharing with you a kind of scam whereby scammers would contact victims via phone calls, pretending to be the victims' friends and asking for financial assistance from the victims.
Hello?
Hey, hi. Guess where am I?
Okay, your voice sounds familiar. Is this Stella?
Nope.
Nadine?
I give you a clue. It starts with A.
Aisha, is it?
Yes. You must save my number, okay? This is my new number.
Okay, I didn't know you changed your number.
The scammers would then assume the identity of one of the mentioned friends and claim to have lost their handphone or changed their contact number. Subsequently, the scammers would contact the victims again, asking for a loan due to financial difficulties or because they got into trouble with the law. Out of friendship and empathy, the victims would fall for the trick and be asked to transfer the money to bank accounts belonging to unknown individuals. Victims would only discover that they had been scammed when they contacted their friends and realized that they had not contacted the victims nor changed their contact number. To avoid becoming a victim of such scams, here are some tips. Beware of unusual requests received, even if they appear to be from your family or friends. Verify whether the request is legitimate by checking with your family and friends through alternative means, such as physical meetups or using previously established contact details. Never send money to people whom you do not know or have not met in person before. Let's take active steps to protect ourselves and our loved ones and be a scam-wise community. If you need advice, please call our anti-scam helpline at 1-800-722-6688 or go to www.scamalert.sg.
Volunteers play an important part in helping the police fight crime and keeping their community safe and secure. The Singapore Police Force welcomes citizens to join us as police volunteers under the following schemes. Being a police volunteer gives you the opportunity to be part of the community's response, to protect your neighbourhood and continue to make Singapore a safe home. Volunteer with us today to make a difference to the lives of others. Sign up as an SPF volunteer at go.gov.sg/SPF or via the following QR code. We have come to the end of this episode of Crimewatch. I'm DSP Joshua Jesudasan, and until next time, do your part to prevent, deter, and detect crimes.